Yeah, Psalms 18 and 40. That thou hast also given me the necks of my enemies, that I might destroy them that hate me. They cried, but there was none to save them, even unto the Lord, but he answered them not. Then did I beat them small as the dust before the wind, and they cast them out. Cast them out in dirt in the streets. Here it is. You heathens, you're going to be casted out like dirt in the streets. It's like this heathen's laid out on the ground, man. Thou hast delivered me from the strivings of the people, and thou hast made me the head of the heathen. A people whom I have not known shall serve me. And there the Lord's going to be a role reversal, man. There's going to be a role reversal. As soon as they hear of me, they shall obey me. The strangers shall submit themselves unto me. The strangers shall fade away and be afraid out of their close places. Hey, you Hamite nations too, man. You gonna get brought down. You Hamite nation. I haven't forgot about you, man. Lord, when we gonna start getting on you more, because we concentrate on Esau so much, we forget about you Hamites. Isaiah 45 and 14, thus saith the Lord, the labor of Egypt and merchandise of Ethiopia and of the Sabaeans, men of stature, they were known for their height, tall. Men of stature shall come unto thee, and they shall be thine, and they shall come after thee in chains. They shall come over, and they shall fall down unto thee. They shall make supplication unto thee, saying, surely God is in thee. Talk about you Hamite nations, man. Like Goliath was known for his height, the Philistines. And there is none else, there is no God, Yahweh. In Deuteronomy 32 and 39, says what? What does it say? It says, there are no other gods. There are no other gods, man. The Lord just basically said, hey, no other gods, man. There's only one power. Isaiah 11 and 13, the envy also of Ephraim shall depart, and the adversaries of Judah shall be cut off. Ephraim shall not envy Judah, and Judah shall not vex Ephraim. So the tribes are going to come together into one stick, man. And what's going to happen when the tribes come together? They're going to beat the hell out of you other nations into submission. But they shall fly upon the shoulders of the Philistines. Towards the west, they shall spoil them to the east together. They shall lay their hand upon Edom. You Edomites. You Edomites too, man. You Hamites, you Edomites, and Moabites, and Moab, you Chinese. And the children of Ammon, you Japanese, shall obey them. And the Lord shall utterly destroy the tongue of the Egyptian sea. And with his mighty wind shall he shake his hand over the river, and shall smite it in the seven streams, and make men go over dry shod. So you Edomites gonna get it, number one. You Hamites, number two. You Hamites are gonna get it. Number three, you Ishmaelites are gonna get it. You Moabites are gonna get it. You Ammonites are gonna get it. Japheth, you gonna get it. And you gonna serve us in the kingdom. Account. One of the biggest stories in the scriptures too, man. Of the wars. We have rich history, man. Our people have a rich history, but here it is. They don't wanna take that in, man. They don't want to be who the Lord made them to be. They don't want to know the truth, and for that, the majority of our people, you gonna get it, man. 1 Samuel's 17 and 45, story with King David and Goliath, which the majority of you know the story. Then said David to the Philistine, thou comest me with the sword and with the spear and with the shield, but I come to thee in the name, that's why the name is important, of the Lord of hosts, Lord of armies. So the Lord's name is very important. Yahweh Yahushai, the God of the armies of Israel, whom thou hast defied. This day will the Lord deliver thee into mine hand. So the Lord controls everything, man. And I will smite thee and take thine head from thee, and I will give the carcasses. I will give the carcasses of the hosts of the Philistines this day unto the fowls of the air, and to the wild beasts of the earth, and all the earth may know that there is a God in Israel. And that's what's going to happen now. When the Lord raises up the house of David, you going to know there's a God. That God does exist. And them crazy guys, them Bumites, them you ain't going to be none in life niggas, them feeble niggas, the Lord going to raise up those men and give them spiritual power, man. The feeble amongst us shall be as David, the scriptures say. And all this assembly shall know that the Lord saveth not with sword and spear, for the battle is the Lord's, and he will give you into our hands. And the Lord's going to give us, he's going to give the heathens into our hands. So he promises this. And it came to pass when the Philistine arose and came and drew nigh to meet David, that David hasted and ran toward the army to meet the Philistine. And David put his hand in his bag and took thence a stone and slang it and smote the Philistine in his forehead with a stone, that the stone sunk into his forehead. And he fell upon his face. And he fell upon his face to the earth. Like over here. So David prevailed over the Philistine with the sling and with the stone, and smote the Philistine, and slew him. But there was no sword in the hand of David. Therefore David ran, and stood upon the Philistine, and took his sword, and drew it out of the sheath thereof, and slew him, killed him, and cut off his head therewith. He cut his head off. This is a man at the Most High's heart. And when the Philistines saw their champion was dead, they fled. And the men of Israel and Judah arose and shouted and pursued the Philistines until thou come to the valley and to the gates of Ekron. And the wounded of the Philistines fell down by the way of Sharim, even unto Gath and unto Ekron. And the children of Israel returned from chasing after Philistines. Read that again. And the children of Israel returned from chasing after the Philistines, and they spoiled their tents. Hey, that's the time we're living in now. And David took the head of the Philistine and brought it to Jerusalem. Listen to this very carefully. And David took the head of the Philistine. He took Goliath's head after chopping it off, and brought it to Jerusalem. But he put his armor in his tent. So he took his head with him to Jerusalem, man. Chopped his head off and took it with him, man.
Is there no one else?
Philistines were scared, man. Like back then, the Philistines was afraid, man. They just seen their warrior drop on the floor, man, and see the nobody get raised up and chop his head off and take his head. That's a hell of a shock value. See, the Most High works with that. First and foremost, this is the Most High's movie. This is Yahweh Shai's movie, man.
Is there no one else? Who are you, soldier? Achilles, son of Peleus. Achilles. I'll remember the name. The ruler of Thessaly carries this scepter. Give it to your king. He's not my king.
Hosea 3 and 5 and 4. For the children of Israel shall abide many days without a king, and without a prince, and without a sacrifice, and without an image, and without an ephod, and without a teraphim. Afterward shall the children of Israel return and seek the Lord their God, Yahweh, and David, Malach Dawadah, their king, and shall fear the Lord and his goodness in the latter days. So the house of David is going to get raised up, man. We at that time, that's why all these demonic forces are coming against the truth and trying to stop it. And these Rothschilds, these devils in a physical form, these Rothschilds, these Edomites that's ruling the planet Earth, these wicked, these Satanists, they know of our history, and they know that the house of David is going to get raised up. That's why they're causing all these false flags. They want to have everything on lockdown, and they're trying to stop this truth. They're setting up all these terror watch groups, be black, Hebrew Israelite terror watch, and all these other little minions and trolls and demons to try to stop this truth. But you ain't stopping the truth. This truth's still going to go forward.
These be the names of the mighty men whom David had. The Tachmonite that sat in the seat, chief among the captains. The same was added.
This video is from the brother Manatazak Banyamyan. Brother's beautiful videos, man. Spirit's with that, brother. Brother got heavy spirit, man.
Odiasmite. He lifted up his spear against 800, whom he slew at one time. And after him was Eleazar the son of Dodo, the Ahohite. one of the three mighty men with David, when they defied the Philistines that were there gathered together to battle, and the men of Israel were gone away. He arose and smote the Philistines until his hand was weary, and his hand clave unto the sword. And the Lord wrought a great victory that day, and the people returned after him only to spoil. And after him was Shammah the son of Agi the Hararite. And the Philistines were gathered together into a troop, where was a piece of ground full of lentils, and the people fled from the Philistines. But he stood in the midst of the ground, and defended it, and slew the Philistines. And the Lord wrought a great victory. And 3 of the 30 chiefs went down and came to David in the harvest time unto the cave of Adullam. And the troop.
Then you're gonna be really screwed, because Yahweh Shai, the King of Kings, is gonna freaking drop an elbow on you devils, man. Yahweh Shai is gonna come in his great glory, in his grand entrance, the King of Kings. You devils gonna be in trouble, man. You in trouble, man. Ezekiel 37:16. Moreover, thou son of man, take thee one stick and write upon it for Judah and for the children of Israel's companions. Then take another stick and write upon it for Joseph, the stick of Ephraim, and for all the house of Israel's companions, and join them one to another into one hand, into one stick, and they shall become one in thy hand. And when the children of thy people shall speak unto thee, saying, wilt thou not shew us what thou meanest by these? Say unto them, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, behold, I will take the stick of Joseph, that's the northern kingdom, which is in the hand of Ephraim, and the tribes of Israel, his fellows. The southern kingdom and northern kingdom will come together, and I will put them with him, even with the stick of Judah, and make them one stick. The tribes are going to come together, as in the time of King David when he ruled on earth. And they shall be one in my hand, and the sticks wherein thou writest shall be in thine hand before their eyes. And say unto them, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, behold, I will take the children of Israel from among the heathen, whether they be gone, and will gather them on every side, and bring them into their own land. And we're about to get the land of Israel, man, back. After the Lord ethnically cleansed that damn place from these devils. And I will make them one nation in the land upon the mountains of Israel, and one king shall be king to them all. And they shall be no more 2 nations, neither shall they be divided into 2 kingdoms any more at all. It's gonna be, that's the order. The King of Kings, Yahweh Shai, is gonna be King David. It's that rock that the church, the Lord's gonna build on. Neither shall they defile themselves any more with their idols, nor with detestable things, nor with any of their transgressions, but I will save them out of their dwelling places, whether they have sinned, and will cleanse them. So shall they be my people, and I will be their God, Yahweh. And David, my servant, shall be king over them, and they shall all have one shepherd. They also walk in my judgments, and observe my statutes, and do them. And they shall dwell in the land that I have given unto Jacob my servant, wherein your fathers have dwelt. And they shall dwell therein, even they and their children, and their children's children forever. And my servant David shall be their prince forever. It's beautiful, man. We at that time now. Moreover, I will make a covenant of peace with them, and it shall be an everlasting covenant with them, and will place them, and I will place them, and multiply them, and will set my sanctuary in the midst of them forevermore. My tabernacle also shall be with them. Yea, I will be their God, and they shall be my people, and the heathen shall know that I, the Lord, do sanctify Israel, when my sanctuary shall be in the midst of them forevermore. We're living in beautiful times, exciting times.
But the Philistines pitched in the valley of Rephaim, and David was then in Hold, and the garrison of the Philistines was then in Bethlehem. And David longed and said, oh, that one would give me drink of the water of the well of Bethlehem, which is by the gate. And the 3 mighty men brake through the host of the Philistines, and drew water out of the well of Bethlehem that was by the gate, and took it and brought it to David. Nevertheless, he would not drink thereof, but poured it out unto the Lord. And he said, be it far from me, O Lord, that I should do this. Is not this the blood of the men?
See, King David loved his men, yo. That's a real king that loves his people, man. Some of you guys ain't right, man. That's why the Most High said, started my sanctuary first. The Most High gonna do some ethnic cleansing real soon. Started my sanctuary first. Started my house first, man. You can't buy men's love. You know? That comes from actions, man. Not just speaking, talking. It's walking the walk, man. Not just talking the talk.
Jeopardy of their lives. Therefore he would not drink them. These things did these 3 mighty men. And Abishai, the brother of Joab, the son of Zeruiah, was chief among 3. And he lifted up his spear against 300, and slew them, and had the name among 3. Was he not most honorable of three? Therefore he was their captain. Howbeit he attained not unto the first three. And Benaiah the son of Jehoiada, the son of a valiant man of Kkkesau, who had done many acts, he slew 2 lion-like men of Moab. He went down also and slew a lion in the midst of a pit in time of snow. And he slew an Egyptian, a goodly man. And the Egyptian had a spear in his hand, but he went down to him with a staff and
an Egyptian. We was slaughtering them Egyptians for Egyptology niggas, man. You siding with the enemy, man. The Egyptians were the enemy. Ham is number 2 arch enemy of Israel.
Knocked a spear out of the Egyptian's hand and slew him with his own spear. These things did Benaiah the son of Jehoiada, and had the name among 3 mighty men. He was more honorable than the 30, but he attained not to the first.
Honorable, that's what it was all about back then. Honor. Standing up for the law, statute, commandments. Standing up for the Heavenly Father's word. Honor, man. Which men of our nation lost that, man. Being under this damn devil who has no goddamn honor. He sold his birthright for damn